strand, it's like burnt beyond not wanting to eat it. So it's a harder strand to get to. So what people are doing is they're scaring people into thinking that there's a new COVID running around. Is there a new COVID? No, it's the same COVID, but as we do every year with the flu vaccines, they modify them because they get a little bit stronger and they fight off the vaccine a little more. So this new strand that they have is kind of got used to, you drink bleach enough and it don't kill you, your body becomes immune to it. So the body, some bodies are becoming immune to the COVID. That's why you see people that are asymptomatic and are not seeing some of the symptoms. So that's why they're calling it a new strain. It's really not, but for all intensive purposes, yeah, I'll be the one to admit I took it. Now, here's what happened. Pfizer attempted to give us the vaccine. They didn't have enough. So what they thought, let's say, for example, it came 10 milliliters is what you were supposed to get. One shot, 10 milliliters. Well, they tried to cut back and say, let's just give them 6.
So they tried to half-ass, basically.
Right. So that's why a lot of people don't want to take Pfizer, because they think they cut back.
Right.
I myself, I took Moderna. So I got 4 weeks. Look at him smiling.
Yeah, that's why I muted him, so we ain't hear the boo and all that type stuff.
Right. So I took Moderna. I did take it. As everybody knows, Mark and I both were down on the 15th. He looked like he more up than I'm up, but I just came back from getting the original soft cast and the staples removed. So I'm literally, I didn't know that was ice, and I was about to go down Charlie. So I ran in the house as fast as I could get in here to jump in and, to get y'all on the radio. I like to keep my obligations. When I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do something. So that's where they are with it. So my thing is this, to anybody who's thinking about it, it didn't hurt. Your arm was a little sore. Did I have any side effects? No, I didn't have any side effects. But like I just told y'all, Mark 5 and I had both just come from up under surgery. So I took mine on the 22nd. My surgery was on the 15th. So them gases were still running through my body. So I don't know whether I felt it or not, but my arm was sore like it was for the flu vaccine.
Well, did you get your second one?
No, I don't get it to the 22nd.
Yeah, I got my first one. I didn't have any symptoms after I got the first one.
I didn't have any symptoms either. I only had a sore arm.
Sore arm, right. And that was the same thing with me.
The symptoms that I had is because, like I said, Mark 5 and I had just came back from surgery. So the gases were still running through us. We were still under that anesthesia. My surgery was 9 hours long. It was supposed to be 7, but it was 2 additional hours because they went in and had to correct some other things in there. So I was out of it. So then 2 days later, on the 22nd, they called me from work saying, you go to the office and take it. So I went and took it, but I was itchy. And I think it was itchy from the codeine. It makes you itch. Well, they had given me a lot of pain medicine. And I think the itch was coming from the pain medicine. Because now that I stopped taking the pain medicine, I don't itch anymore. So now I get where these crackheads be scratching their face and be having them sores all over their body. Because that shit that they give you make you itch. They gave me some Percocets and I was out of my mind. I just had to stop taking them.
Yeah, that's what happened with me. Yeah, because that stuff, them perks ain't no joke. I think I took them. No I said I wasn't taking them. Then that second day after the surgery, I was like, oh, hell with that. I couldn't sleep. I was turning, and every time you move, your knee, your knee moves. Like when your body moves, I never knew that your knee muscles pick up just from your top part moving, that your knee hurt. It's crazy. It was crazy. I was like, man, I said, started popping them pills. And after a while, I was like, nah, let me stop and slow down. And I started taking ibuprofen. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I went back to my regular old Tylenol and it, but let me give you a quick, and all my listeners that's out there watching, tell me, Mark, if you can see me. I'm gonna give you a little peep show what I'm walking with. Can you see it?
You look like a hockey goalie.
Can you see it now?
I see it.
That's what I'm walking on. And of course you can see the new cast that they just put on just now. But this is crutches without crutches.
Yeah.
Crutches without crutches. It's called but your insurance don't pay for it. But this is how I've been getting around. I still can drive and I can still walk. It's just crutches without crutches.
Yeah, you definitely got you worse than I am because I have all that. Look, definitely.
Yeah, well, listen, you know me, I can't sit still. This thing, man, woo, is a blessing. But it's a $250 blessing you gotta pay for out of your pocket.
Ain't that something?
It's crazy how it's doing.
As soon as you, and I ain't gonna lie, soon as I'm well, that should be on eBay.
Guess what? It's already going on there. It's already
Look, heck with that. Look, I need at least half of that back. Look.
Yeah, he said 4 to 6 weeks. So listen, this is how I'm walking. This is how I'm living. But listen, this company right here, I'm a sponsor. They gonna sponsor me.
Do they adjust up and down?
It adjusts to your size and right foot or left foot.
So you better make sure that shit even. Look, you sitting there like, whoa, what the hell? Look, you got that joint. Look, you definitely want to be falling nowhere. Look.
I walked into work and you see me front ways, you think that I'm an amputee because you think they can cut my leg off until I turn to the side real quick. Because everybody was coming over going, what happened to your leg? I said, nothing. It's still there. And then they go, oh, girl, good gracious goodness.
Yeah, they probably was like, oh, we gonna talk junk about her. They thought that, they was gonna start talking junk. Look,
they started. Didn't work well.
Mm-hmm. So for everybody, you're listening to Open Conversation Show here on Sador Radio. The station is more than music. Let's start knocking out some of these topics we have. So what we got? Somebody want to bring one of the topics up? One of them was about the whole shot, so we did cover that one.
Yeah,
I'm still on the fence. I ain't gonna lie. I'm on the fence.
So am I.
Yeah.
So am I.
Like, I'll
you because you said you're on the fence. If the outcome of not taking COVID is you're gonna die, and the outcome of taking the shot is you're gonna die, why are you on the fence?
Well, because I've been good. Look, and I've been in the house laying next to, people that court.
But you know what? It's not right. But it's not until okay, let me do 08, let me do 0803 real fast. It's not until you got somebody close to you that you really realize how important that is. How would you feel if you found out, oh, I'm the cause of 0803?
Right.
I put 0803 in the situation, no, I don't want to be there. And listen, for Mark 5, for Mr. Fastlane, for our parents are still here. Right. I don't want to be the reason why my parent is below dirt.
Right.
So if me taking some side effects, because we don't know this disease, it's gonna keep them here a little bit longer. Listen, I'm all for it because I enjoy seeing my mom.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I know we all do, and it's affecting the elderly a hell of a lot. So why would you?
Right.
I just don't want to be the cause of. I don't want to be the one that says, "All right, you may have been asymptomatic, brother, but you was the one that gave it to 0803."
Right.
I just need more research. I want to get more research on it and know. Exactly.
Guess what? Enough research for me is my mother will be here another day.
Well, my research is I'm gonna call you and Mr. Fastlane in the next week, and if y'all say, "All right, okay," because it's actually people that I know that took it. See, I never knew nobody that took it. You know what I mean? So that's interesting. That whole situation now is interesting. I didn't even know y'all took it, to be honest with you, when we talked or whatever, until just now when y'all brought it to the table. So that's something to think about.
Yeah, I took it, and for no other reason, I've watched somebody close to me lose their parent, and they were the cause of their parent getting COVID. Because mom and dad didn't go outside, but always ran over to mom's house and gave us some love and hugs and kisses. And mom ended up passing away because mom didn't go anywhere.
Right.
And then mom ended up passing it, and then the same young man and whose father say the mother lived in North Philly and the father lived in South Philly. Well, the father got it and he don't go nowhere, and the mother got it, and they don't go nowhere. But the common denominator was the son who was going and taking care of both parents.
Right. Yeah.
So both of the parents end up getting it.
Right.
And buried them a month apart.
Right.
So
Well,
that
like I
me,
said, y'all two got it. So now I look at it differently because I respect far as y'all opinion on things. So now I have to pay it more attention. You understand what I mean? It's like
I was expecting you because of 0803. I was expecting you to be the first one to jump on it.
Right. Yeah, we've been talking about that because they've been jumping on them, asking them was they going to do it because of that situation taking place. So that's something that I got to bring to the table now. So I salute y'all for bringing that to my attention. Now I got to pay more, because people that's close to me is like, all right, So I'm glad that we picked this as a topic and y'all ain't tell me y'all took it until just now. I'm like, oh damn. Okay,
This is the first time, with our open conversation. This is the first time we really get to have these real open conversations. And this thing out here is crazy and it's deep. These kids out here, they partying and they don't care. It's us who's lives 30, 40 years that we care about this stuff. I don't know, because kids don't have concept of togetherness. For us, it's something important. Now, let me say simply, D, you know how we talk in circles and we not can you already had a situation where somebody didn't get to see their pop before this whole before their situation got better.
Right.
Now, can you imagine what he went through when he didn't get that chance? Now, could you have imagined if mom, something had happened to mom and he couldn't have saw that? Come on, all hell break loose.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Right. So as adults, we gotta be responsible. We gotta tell our kids. Listen, I love my staff to death. She dropped me off. Came pick me up, drop me off. Listen, I don't care what she said and how she said it. She still party with the rest of my staff and they hang out on weekends. I still have my mask on my face. When I go to my mother's house, even though I done had the shot and she has it and they've been COVID free, I sit at my mother's house with my mask on my face.
Right.
Hey.
Yeah.
They telling you now to kiss with a mask on.
Damn.
It get to be that serious out here, and people don't.
I agree with you.
Take that thing. Listen, hit me in the arms, and if the side effect tomorrow, the arm will fall off, let the bitch fell off. But guess what? I'll be able to hug my mother with one arm.
Right.
Because it's affecting our elders.
I definitely got you.
So I'm an advocate for taking it. I'm gonna go over here and get my chair so I can sit my narrow ass down.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Simply D. What's the other topic? Let's jump on the next topic.
All right, so I saw this in heading, and let me make this disclaimer. We do not discriminate against anyone. We have no ill feelings towards any nationality or what anybody is into. But this heading kind of threw me for a loop. And the heading read, Black and Queer History Month. And it just threw me for a loop because this is supposed to be Black History Month. Why are you trying to throw something else into Black History Month? Why?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Black and Queer History Month? No, it's supposed to be Black History Month.
You know, look, this one of them shows I gotta be like this. I gotta the walk that line next because sometimes I know, and I can admit to myself, I go in and don't have no filter. But because like Simply D just said, you know, I got love for everybody. You know what I mean? I look color, you know, national, whatever. I don't have anything about anybody. I'm cool with everybody. But at the same time, it's more so, can we have our own? Like, when are y'all just gonna let us have our own? We know every day is, I think somebody posted this, which was real fly. I forgot who posted, but they post, you know, that February is just the month of recognition that's ours. We know that every month should be celebrated as being African American or Black or whatever you want to call it, you know. But at the same time, why keep trying to filter things that can we have that month at least? Damn, y'all gave us the shortest month. Y'all ain't got too long to wait for us to, you know what I mean, celebrate.
Right.
So it's that I think that that's the type of stuff that we need to get together and start signing petitions and stuff for and all that type of stuff. That's the type of stuff that deserves a march.
I think that it's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous because first of all, our history states they didn't give us that month.
Mm-hmm.
We actually picked it. And it wasn't because it was the shortest month of the year. It was because it was the first of the year. If you look at our history of our calendars, January wasn't the first month, just like Christ wasn't born in December. So every month should be an acknowledgement of all history. We're complaining about the shortest month of the year. When do Indians get to have their month? When do the Jews get to have their month? When do the Irish get to have their month? Because everybody contribute to this to American history. But I get our point. We are so significant in the upbringing of the United States of America and above and beyond that we should celebrate a little more. But give us our month.
Yeah.
I don't want the month. Give me the year. I don't want the month. Give me the year. Because if you tell me something in 30 days, it's done. Tell me something every month. And then it's going to be embedded in my head.
Yeah, I just don't like the fact that it seems like you're always trying to, or people are always trying to compare something to whatever it is the African Americans or the Blacks have. Like, you know, the first thing you heard was when the LGBT community were fighting for their rights, they were like, this is the new Black. No, it's not. It's different. They're separate. So you can't compare the two. For me, you cannot compare the two. Black History Month should be Black History Month, not Black and Queer History Month. Let them have their own month or whatever it is that you're going to do to celebrate them. Black History Month is Black History Month. Stop trying to put the two together because they're not the same thing. And that's for me. And trust me, I have nothing against it. I have a lot of gay friends who I love dearly. I have nothing against that. It's just Black History Month should be Black History Month, not the two combined.
Where did I'm trying to figure out, why is it always a comparison with African Americans and you know, that whole situation far as the you know, I'm just trying to figure out that out. Like, why are they always grouping us together? Like,
I would like to know have an answer to that question as well. Who somebody knows, but I don't know.
Why can't they have Christmas month? Put it in December.
Yeah, it's a good question. Why are you trying to combine the two?
Because December got too many holidays.
Yeah, because the 23rd is a big holiday. Yeah, let's pick November or something.
You got May, you got other months.
I ain't trying to have no 23rd. No, leave my birthday month alone. Let's not go with December.
It's ridiculous. To me, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's and again, they do things and nobody say anything, nobody stands up, nobody fights, nobody tries to do anything, and just allow things to happen, and that's that.
Well, can I just say I never even heard of a queer month, queer history month, whatever. I never heard of that until the day when Tony sent it. I was like, what the hell is that?
Because when I saw it, I was like, what? I had never heard of it either until I saw this on an email. And I was like, what the hell? Like, are you serious right now? Like, I get it. You want to stand up, you want to fight for rights, more power to you. But when they said, oh, we're going to do it in February, whoever was the one who was the vocal person should have said, no, that's Black History Month. Give us another month.
And that would have been that. Yeah, I mean, I support anybody that want to fight for whatever they believe in, but at the same time, you have to learn how to respect others while you making your decision. That's my whole thing with that situation. You know,
because now, do you take the shine from Black History Month? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
so it's no mind. Go ahead. Let's go on to the next thing. I watched that. Let me shut up. Go ahead. Because I was going to say, so now how do you deal with that? I know when we was in Mifflin, we used to hang, February was when we hung up Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and stuff like that. So how's that gonna work?
Yeah.
You hang up Black people on one side and rainbows on the other.
Okay. so you gotta be across from
Rainbows on the other?
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out how is this gonna work if you're gonna separate our month. Like you're gonna have Martin Luther King, Boy George, then you're gonna have Malcolm X, then you have how's
well, you got President's Day in February too.
Oh, is it? Yeah, that's right, it is.
Did you say
Come on, Doc, stop highlighting
Boy
stuff.
George?
Look, I'm trying to slip. Look, I'm slipping stuff, man. You ain't got to highlight stuff. Look.
You can't slip nothing at me, bro.
Look.
We've been.
I'm trying to be good. Next topic.
Okay. So if you work in the industry, your job per se, where you can receive tip, and you going above and beyond, to do your job, and you get tips, but your partner that you work with is doing just the bare minimum. Do you feel obligated to split those tips with them?
Yeah, give him a tip. Give him a tip. Never eat yellow snow.
Look. If you don't move that damn Muppet baby out the damn screen, looking like a stuffed animal. Get that damn thing down.
Yeah, somebody posed a question to me because they were like the individual that they work with, where they work, their outgoing personality, they get tips madly, and people tip them right in front of their partner, and then their partner looks at them and wants him to break off, and it's like, you didn't do anything. You did nothing. You know what I mean? Now, they didn't say split it with your man right there. They handed the tip to the individual. So, my question is, just because I did something, the person themselves did something, should they feel obligated to break their partner off?
No.
I don't think they should.
Why is this thing saying, I'm looking at this damn thing and I must have been Russian typing. Go ahead. No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Because they put that tip in my hand, so to speak. Right. You know what I mean? To thank me for whatever job that I did. So why do I need to break off with you?
That's true. Nah. You
did absolutely nothing.
Pause. Can I pause? Can we time out real quick? Can we time out?
You breaking up a little. Go ahead. Say it again.
Can I time out real quick? Can we time out real quick?
You got your mic covered on your thing?
What is it now?
Like you breaking up.
Am I okay?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
It was sitting in. Can we take a time out?
Go ahead.
All right, newsflash. Somebody just came in and said to me that there is a radio station that is now calling themselves Open Conversation.
Okay.
I am getting ready to go in.
Are you serious?
Because you know me personally. And to do that is a disrespect to me.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's this. Oh, they know you.
Scoot over and get my other phone. And I'm coming right back. I'm in the same room.
You need to give us that information so we can go in too.
You're breaking up.
You know me. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Y'all know me. I don't bite people's stuff. We've been open conversation for how long?
8 years almost.
8 years almost. Don't call your radio show Open Conversation.
That's all right, because when people Google Open Conversation, they're gonna see us. So if they want to basically try to be, if they want to try to be us, they can. This is one of the reasons. This is one of the reasons why hashtagging and posting and all that type stuff is important. Because I give you an example for people that's in business that's watching this real quick. I'm gonna give you a quick school. Somebody tried to hashtag Mark 5, Mr. Mark 5, and they tried to start using my hashtag. But everybody know me, how hard I go on social media, that it got to the point that they stopped using it, because when people hit the hashtag, they might see one of your pictures, but might see 50 of mine. So of course they're gonna wonder who I am, because you're under me, I'm overshadowing you. So when people try to do certain things like that, they don't realize that they're hurting themselves. Because now what's going to happen is when people go to the hashtag Open Conversation, the only thing they're going to do is see us. If you Google Open Conversation, most of the time we pop up because of the years that we have in, of the hashtags and so much connection, that we have with social media. So, if they want to shadow us, they can shadow us.
You can't beat me, and you ain't gonna come see me. You know what I'm saying?
You know what this? You know what my sound say?
You sound bad, man. What are you on, a phone or something?
Yeah, I'm on my phone, but I'm in the same place. I picked it up because you said it was.
Is it me, y'all, or is she's moving slow and sounding muffled?
She sounds bad.
Okay.
Sound like you on Ritalin.
What about now? Do I sound bad?
You just sound like you far away. Now you just went dark. And that came up on the screen. Dark. What's another topic real quick? We ain't giving them no spotlight. What's another topic?
I'm looking now.
So you're listening to Sador Presents Open Conversation show here on Sador Radio. The station is more than music. If you don't know, go to YouTube and search Open Conversation, and you'll see shows after shows after shows after shows after shows. So make sure you go and Google us or check us out, the original Open Conversation.
Yeah.
AKA the OC, baby.
So you want to talk about the Super Bowl 55.
Wow. Tom Brady's a cheater.
Pretty much.
And his mother is a man.
I'm not even sure I want to watch it. I'm so sick of hearing that he's the GOAT, which he's not. I'm just over it.
So why do you say that? Do you feel like the refs and all that is like, what you think? They take easy on him?
I think they play to the advantage to help out the team. For instance, the Washington Redskin game. There was a catch that one of the Washington Redskin receivers made that they took away on that final drive, which would have probably set them up to beat Tampa Bay. But then they took that catch away. That basically took them out of the game. And it was a legit catch.
Well, I have to give it to Tom Lady because she has been to the Super Bowl. This is her 10th time.
Damn.
Tom's 10th time. And if she wins, she'll have 7 Super Bowl rings. That's unprecedented. So
Yeah.
I have to give it to her. However, could she play in the 80s when you get your damn neck broke and they wasn't calling no goddamn
Nope.
roughing the passer? Yeah, I remember when Joe Theismann had his leg
But yes.
cut in half by Lawrence Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, literally broke in half and it came through the skin. You can't hit a quarterback like that today.
You sure can't. I remember when Terry Bradshaw got thrown on his neck.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You know, so
Can't even blow past Brady without a whistle or a flag fall.
right. And that's why he can play into his mid-40s, and because ain't nobody hitting him. It's flag football.
You know what I mean? As far as him being the greatest, I think Joe Montana was better. I think Aaron Rodgers is better. You know what I mean? That's my personal opinion. I think both of those guys are better than them.
Well, I'm always a Joe Cool fan. I've been a Joe Montana fan since the 80s. The first football game I watched was the 49ers and the Cowgirls.
Okay.
And I rooted for the Cowgirls. I mean, the 49ers, and that game was for the NFC Championship game, the infamous catch game.
Yeah, when he threw the Dwight Clark.
Right. That was the first game I ever watched.
Right.
And I always had love and was a closet 49ers fan.
Okay.
I still got my 49ers paraphernalia, got the Joe Montana jersey, got the flags that you hang up with the Super Bowls on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I still got all that because I always had love for the 49ers.
Yeah.
You know, so if I had to choose between Joe Montana and Tom Brady, I'm going to take Joe Montana all day.
All day. All day.
So
Yep.
do you think that now it became a business more than sports probably? Like nowadays you can't do anything. Everything is about advertisement and making more so franchise players so they can make money.
Well, it's definitely a business.
Yeah.
You
Everything's about money. I didn't know until recently that the Super Bowl was being held in Tampa Bay. So I wouldn't doubt that there was a little, let's not call this, or let's help Tampa Bay get there, you know what I mean? So that they could play in their own city for the Super Bowl. I wouldn't doubt that at all.
And you almost seen that it was actually set up this year for Tampa Bay to get there. Think about it. When Tom Brady went to Tampa Bay, you had everybody. It was almost like the LeBron James effect. Everybody wants to go to Tampa Bay to play with Tom Brady. And I mean, they got like 3 running backs on their team would be starting running backs anywhere else.
Yeah.
But these guys is just, they content with riding the bench. You know, you had everybody coming out the woodwork saying, I'm going to take a pay cut. I'm going to Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to play because they figured they would get a chance to play in the Super Bowl. So it was almost set up for them to have it this way.
Yeah. Because during the season, at one point, they weren't even winning. Then all of a sudden, they got on the streak.
Right.
So y'all think that this was some type of plan for Tampa Bay to go to the Super Bowl and then move the Super Bowl to Tampa Bay?
No, the Super Bowl was already slated to be played in Tampa Bay.
Right. But do I think it was some type of setup to help them get there? Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's the first time that the home team has played the Super Bowl in their own stadium. To the point where though they have to actually make special rules for the game.
Such as?
Like, for example, anytime Tampa Bay would score a touchdown, they always shoot off the cannons. Well, now they can't shoot off the cannons because they said it would show too much home field. But realistically speaking, if you got the game in Tampa Bay, the ticket sales is in Tampa Bay, who's going to be your home? Who's going to be the crowd? You ain't going to have a bunch of damn Kansas City fans there.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so
I'm not even sure I'm going to watch the darn thing.
Interesting.
I'm going to be watching some porn.
So the White House, what y'all think? We ain't talk about that in a while. As far as this whole transition.
What is there to talk about?
What y'all think? I mean, as far as with this whole
I think that was ignorant it was very ignorant of what Trump did. They got out of Dodge. Obama and Michelle and Barack was gracious enough to allow them ignorances and greeted them, gave them a gift, showed them around, and then they left. But y'all didn't give the next incoming the same courtesy.
No, because he don't have no claps like that.
Yeah. All right.
I want to see your foot. A picture of your foot.
So
yeah, she
I
wants to see a
think it
picture of your
was
foot.
ignorant.
So look, so I think that, man, for everybody that, I wonder how many people did he lose for doing that? Like, how many people really was like, yo, this is an ignorant dude. I don't believe I supported him.
But they still supported. He's going to show up in some kind of way. They said he's got this office of the GOP that he's opening up in Florida for all his supporters, because he's probably going to disrupt what Biden has. He's not done.
Oh, he's definitely not done. But at the same time, I think the media as well as the government have really did the people of this country a disservice, because everything that led up to his final days in office, including the whole thing that happened on Capitol Hill, we will hold the impeachment hearings after he's out. Well, now you don't want to hold these hearings talking about it's unconstitutional.
Right.
It's a bunch of bull crap. When the stuff was going on during the summertime, when Black Lives Matter movement was protesting and everything, and then of course you had the foolishness with the people that was looting and rioting. However, if these people did the same exact thing, but you did it on Capitol Hill to politicians, how is it that y'all done whitewashed this, whereas though you don't even hear about it no more? They don't even want to talk about it.
They was happy just to stop talking about Trump. And I woke up the other day and was like, you know what? 2 days in a row, my brother used to call it the shit show. I got up every day, go straight to CNN to see what he did. When they cut off his access to tweet and shut him down, that was the demise of the shit show. Mm-hmm. We don't hear nothing because they done kept him quiet. Who else he gonna put messages out through? You think Ivanka is gonna say something? You think Jared Kushner is gonna say something? He don't have a puppet anymore.
He's planning something.
Oh,
and you don't hear about it. And you're not going to hear about it because he don't have the media outlets to talk that much. But he's definitely putting something together. You already see the Trump 2024 bumper stickers and things of that nature, but he's definitely playing something.
Back soon. He said he will be back soon.
So basically, this whole impeachment thing, you think is just going to fall to the wayside? They're not going to charge him. They're not going to impeach him, so he can.
They ain't going to do anything to him.
Yeah, so he can run 2024 then. Basically.
Money makes the world goes round.
Mm-hmm.
Money and power. And guess what? Regardless as to what people may think, he may not be in office, but he still has a lot of power. Yeah. Because look at all them goddamn fools that was out there for him. And you still got some of these fools out here that's talking about he's been robbed. Matter of fact, I went to show a house the other day, last week, and the neighborhood was all the way out in East Jablip. But when I rode down the block, I had to hook a U-turn because it was a cul-de-sac. And as I get to the bottom and I go to hook my U-turn, they had a sign out there talking about, then the sign stated, they did it to us again. They stole this election from Trump. We got to stop this and stand up for our rights. Foolishness. This is not the end. This is only the beginning.
Yeah, I heard that he was going to do his own party or something. I heard that. I was watching it. They were saying that he's going to do, instead of Republican and Democrat, he's going to create his own running party.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it, that's scary because he had half of the votes. So if he had almost half of the votes, that means that it's half of the country that's behind him.
Mm-hmm. He had over 70 million votes.
Yeah.
That's a lot of votes.
Absolutely.
That's a lot of damn fools.
They didn't want certain people. And the people, what was that breaking news about LeBron James?
Oh, was that? I guess that might be about the story we talked about. Simply D. What's this story? Break down.
Oh, him and the people courtside that he was arguing with.
Oh,
It was a husband and wife that was
Oh,
arguing.
the
with
white Karens.
Yeah.
okay. I just saw breaking news, LeBron James. And I'm like, here we go again.
Yeah.
Another one of us down
He
goes
came out the
Frazier.
closet.
Oh, so what
Yeah.
about to talk about the suicide rate in men over 40?
Absolutely.
Is that why we can't find no husband?
Maybe.
Well, you know,
it's 27.10 points per 1,000.
yes. Yes. And between the age of 40 and 60, you have that's the highest group. That's the largest group of people that are likely to commit suicide.
Exactly. I'm looking at it now.
You know, men in that age group, especially men, you know, we get to a point in life where as though you get tired of carrying the heavy burdens. You know, everything that happens in a family is usually blamed on the man. You know, if it's the man's fault that, you know, the family didn't make it, it's the man's fault that the kids ain't right. It's the man's fault that the wife got strung out on drugs. It's the man's fault. Everything becomes the man's fault. And a lot of times men, because we don't understand how to open up and talk about our issues, our things, you know, as a young boy, it's always told to what? Shut up, stop crying. Men don't cry.
Yeah.
You know, shut up, suck it up.
Yeah.
You know, so at some point you get tired of carrying the load. So what's the other option? Men commit suicide. You know, half the men don't even believe whether there's a heaven or a hell. So it's like, well, you know what? I'm getting the hell out of here, because can't nothing be worse than it is here and now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. The state of Pennsylvania, we rank number 30 out of the 50 states.
And I don't think that it's talked about enough.
It's not talked about enough.
Well, African Americans and suicide is never, any issue that deals with African Americans is never highlighted, whether good or bad. There's a lot of African American top surgeons and doctors. They don't talk about that enough. Black men and obesity, that's not talked about. And that is very prevalent. They talk about white women. You see these shows, My 600-Pound Life. There are a lot of obese men, and they don't talk about it at all. Men are the most unhealthy creatures in this world.
And a large part of that is because men have been muffled for so long about everything.
Right.
You know, it's about everything.
You got to get through a diet and be good. Get a diet and be good.
Men don't talk. We don't gossip. Men, you know, you see some shit, you don't say nothing.
Yeah.
You know, keep it to your damn
But
self.
you don't shut the woman that's down in your corner, you don't shut her down either. Because men have the habit of doing that. You get a woman in your corner that's telling you, listen, babe, you got to do this and you got to do that. But you so busy thinking that she down and you don't listen. Listen, communication, men are from Mars, women are from Venus, however it goes, we don't know. We only know, listen, some of us don't have no filter. We say what we want to say. I say what I want to say. Yo, your ass need to lose some weight. Oh, yo, your ass need to clean up. Yo, your ass is lazy. Yo, your ass need to go to work. You say what it is. Should there be a better way of saying it? Why, of course.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I think a lot of things got to do with how you say things and the communication, and that goes both ways. Not just women talking to men, men
Right.
talking to women. It's more so about how you communicate with things to open up the dialogue in a relationship. you
Yeah.
know, and how you bring it.
Right.
If you bring it, if I bring it to you, be like, yo, you get fat as shit. You're gonna look at me with attitude. If I said, babe, you know, we gotta start getting healthy, this and that, you know, we gotta start working out, or
Right.
you know, because I want us to be around for a while. That's a different way to bring it, you know. So I think that's where,
Right.
you know, a lot of problems and issues start. And it's also like Mr. Fastlane and Simply D said, is that a lot of men, you know, especially our generation, was taught that you ain't supposed to cry. Man up. Don't stop being a little wimp. Keep that to yourself. You sitting there being all sensitive and being, those things was drilled into a lot of men. So when it comes to women wanting to see that sensitive side or that side that we express ourselves, some men don't know how to do that.
No, they don't.
Right.
And then
And
if they do it,
Right.
they're gonna feel like they like, oh, I feel like I'm, you know, I got, you know, I'm a punk or something like that. They feel that
But
way.
if you don't want to do it, then find yourself a supportive woman.
Right.
You can have to support a woman, but like I tell a lot of women, when you want to talk to your man, don't go to him with those 3 words, we need to talk, because automatically shut down.
Say
Well,
that again. Say that again, Simply D.
Say, we need to talk. Because as soon as you
Don't go there.
yeah,
No, because when you say that to a man already feels like there's something wrong. There's a problem.
Shut down, start.
Okay. All right. Now give me an example and give me a way. And I'm gonna tell you that's very interesting, because I text that same message to my guy brother, and I'm gonna tell you the reaction that he gave me. Say it and then say it how I should have said it.
You could have said, I need to holler at you about something. When you get a chance, call me. Something like that. Just text somebody, we need to talk. You can say it, text it, I don't care what you do. As soon as those words pop up.
You ever notice a man that hits you up like, what's going on? What's up? That's their response once you say that. Because we already feel like it's something going on. You could we need to talk, you know, you could be talking about something positive, like I think, you know, I want to go out or something, but just that start of it, you know what I mean? It's like, oh boy, what the hell's going on? Here we go. That's the way we take it, like we need to talk. You need to talk to me about. Look, what's the problem? Look. And then the woman be like, damn, it wasn't nothing bad, but that's the way you started it.
But they've been associated with so much negativity that's where we go when we hear that.
Okay.
You instantly jump on the defensive.
That we need to talk makes it defensive.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes a big difference. And you know what? I accept that coming from and people say women accept things, and I don't know how other women around in our open conversation group feel like it, but when Fastlane or Simply D or Mark 5 say something and it resonates with me, I can accept that and I can swallow that. So my next conversation when I get off the phone, yo, listen, a couple weeks ago or last week when I said to you, yo, when you get in here, I need to holler at you. Or I think I said it was definitely those 4 words. I didn't realize the energy I put behind it, because it was meant for that energy to be behind it. And of course, when he came in, I was like, what is your problem? That was my first words. Why you got a problem?
People don't know that the littlest things make a difference. It's the smallest things. Like if you bring a woman flowers and it's not a birthday or any type of thing, that means so much because you did something out of the ordinary. Valentine's Day, everybody's gonna buy flowers, let's go out to eat, this and that. I don't do none of that. I'll do it before.
Stank-ass bears from off Erie.
I'll do it before, yeah. I'll do it before or after we'll do something, you know, because I don't want to feel like it's typical. And I'm not knocking nobody. That's whatever you do is what you do. But it's like, okay, what we doing for Valentine's Day? We going out to eat. Like, okay.
And second of all, I want y'all to understand the reason for Valentine. That man loved her so much that he killed her. Don't love me that much, you gotta kill me. Love me that much, kill yourself. Don't leave me here. Next, know the meaning of these holidays before y'all start celebrating. And don't buy me no stank ass beer that don't have no Febreze on it off of Erie Avenue, smelling like Febreze, musk, and weed. Because if it's in his car,
that ain't from
he was
Erie
smelling
Avenue though.
black and some
Look, that ain't from Erie
That
Avenue.
ain't Erie.
Fast lane, you can tell. 'Cause you
Oh,
ain't got none of the look. You ain't got none of the gas smell stains on the shirt or nothing like that. That's too clean.
oh.
So, because the ones that's coming from off of the boulevard, they got Febreze, Black and Mild, weed. They got their girls perfume on it. They stank. The plastic is dirty. Do something better. And if you don't get it for Valentine's Day, it's gonna show up Easter.
Man, hell with that little naked ass kid day. Valentine's Day ain't nothing but for a bunch of goddamn perverts. The little naked ass boy running around here shooting people in the ass.
With a
Hey, they ought to
diaper.
ban that shit. Why that got to be in Black History Month? It ain't even a little black boy, it's a little white boy. That's kitty porn.
I'm with you, Fast Lane.
You know what? That's a good point. No, you just
That's
messed
the
up
most
the holiday. Find all my calendar. Cross that shit
Show
off.
is now over. If y'all didn't get educated, nothing else matters. The show is over now. He just said, little naked ass boy running around with the naked ass, and this ain't even a black boy, it's a little white boy. Show over. God bless you. Listen.
Look,
But what's that little,
look, if you
but
ain't
what's
got
that teddy bear
tonight,
you got above your head?
look,
That's my man. That's Build-A-Bear. It's my man. He talks too. I love you, beautiful. Have a good night. There it is.
If that ain't the most
yo,
romantic, cheesy shit I've ever seen in my life. So when you ain't home, she's supposed to squeeze that shit.
Absolutely.
yo, that's so fly.
Squeeze it.
I ain't gonna lie. That's
Squeeze it again. Squeeze it again.
yo.
I love you, beautiful. Have a good night. You're gonna always be my queen.
Oh, you got different sayings?
Nope, he say the same shit.
Is that your voice?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, wait a minute, this sound like you.
Yeah, that's his voice. You can get little kids, they allow you to put that little speaker in them, but that's fly. But I want you to comb his hair though.
No. They don't comb hair today. That's overrated.
So can you change the message?
Yeah,
You gotta open him up.
right. Had to open it up, take it out, change the message, put it back in, and
And they'll charge you a couple of dollars to do that. But it's that was the sweetest. So if she ever get lonely, you give it to her. Say, here, if you ever want to hear my voice, here,
squeeze me.
squeeze me.
I like that. I ain't gonna lie. That's different. I heard of the beer, but I never knew that it did all that. Look,
And
So
it gets
all
a
of
birth.
y'all Build-A-Bear, all of y'all little Build-A-Bear bitches that's going to Build-A-Bear tonight, they closed. Y'all to come listen.
But I charge for my voice to go on them.
I know. But did you see he had on a little Batman cape?
yeah.
Absolutely.
I peeped that.
Did you see the little freaky shit and some jeans? That is too damn cute.
It's a hoodie.
With the
There
hoodie
it
on,
is. And he got my
Batman.
ears.
That's funny.
He got my ears.
So
Simply D, go ahead and laugh.
so let me ask
Because
you.
you holding it back.
So y'all heard about Comcast, Xfinity, whatever you want to call them, how they doing things. All these different companies now, because they lost so much money, that they're making changes. Like now, you have to pay for unlimited internet service coming. I think it's June.
Really?
Yeah. So now they're going to charge you just like the cell phones when you get, like, say if you got 50 gigabytes of memory or something through your Wi-Fi.
Did he just say
Use that.
gigabyte?
Well, whatever. It's hypothetically speaking, but this
Here you go. What is it? Slador? Shador?
Shador.
So
Shador?
now, say if you use those 50 gigabytes of internet service, they charge you once you go over now.
Yes.
Yeah, I just found that out. I'm like, wait a minute, what is this? Because now you got to pay extra $30 to have unlimited internet service with Comcast, Xfinity, whatever they want to call themselves. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this works. Like right now, they messing.
You don't sit there. Look at your text
That's
messages. You should be getting text messages telling you how close to your limit you are. They sent me one. I got 5,000 gigabytes or whatever it is, and they sent me one and said 500 gigabytes. You have used 400 of your current allotted 500 gigabytes.
Yeah, they do that. Sprint, T-Mobile.
I said, "Yep." I deleted the message and kept it moving.
That was for cable.
T-Mobile Sprint. No, our phone bill.
Oh, okay.
When Sprint went over to T-Mobile, they did some foul crap to the T-Mobile people, to the Sprint people.
Yes,
Yeah, I don't get those messages because
Yeah, I don't get them either.
I used to call and push that behinds out.
I get it.
But guess what? You always use. I like that Taco Tuesday. You get free stuff from Sprint from T-Mobile. That's the only thing I like about it.
Right.
The rest of them can go to hell.
Yeah, they did you switch your SD card or whatever? They was asking everybody to switch their SD card.
Sure didn't.
Nah. What do you
Sure
think?
didn't.
What do you think that's for? Like, is that
Tracking?
That's what
Because it's some things that they can't do with Sprint that T-Mobile want to be able to do, but it won't be done unless you move that SD card over. And I ain't moving it. And if I go into a store and they have to change my SD card, y'all not taking my phone out of my possession. I'm gonna watch it. Because when I send my phone back, I'm gonna send it back minus my SD card and my SIM card. Because Sprint at one time didn't take SIM card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's that new crap.
Yeah.
A lot of new things going on.
They like to play these little games.
Yeah.
And everybody know the games. You go on. I went online a few minutes ago coming home and was like, I need a walking shoe, a non-weight bearing walking shoe. I put it in, and my staff, she bringing me home. I need a non-weight bearing shoe. Then all of a sudden, I go to use my internet, and guess what pops up in the search engine? Non-weight bearing shoe. They know how to set you off. I was like, how did they know that that's what I was looking for? It just so happened to pop up on my YouTube feed.
Yeah. This whole thing, man. There's a lot that's going to take place with technology, with medicine, hospitals, everything. And it amazes me how Sprint, one of the biggest companies, basically merged with T-Mobile. So what's the cell phone services out now? T-Mobile, Verizon,
AT&T, and Verizon.
Boost.
Well, Boost is owned by who?
Boost is a part of Sprint, but they're not.
Okay.
So it's only three major ones: Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile.
Okay.
And then you have, as far as cable, you have who?
So who's going? Verizon and Xfinity.
Xfinity, exactly.
Comcast and Xfinity.
Right. So it's like you don't have no choices nowadays. Everything is merging into that one world order.
It's going to be a monopoly.
Yeah.
And when people realize the monopoly ain't good, they're going to bring it back.
Mm-hmm. But you got to go through that whole transition and that downfall first before they see.
Right.
You know?
That this ain't that right. But see, but Boost is gonna be around because Sprint still own that. And hello, Nextel is gonna be around.
Who own Metro? Is Metro still around?
They are. They are. I think it's T-Mobile.
Yeah, see? So when when T-Mobile and Sprint merged, they basically got Metro and they also got Boost Mobile.
Right.
Yeah.
So don't think T-Mobile, don't count Sprint out. Sprint's still in the game. For some of y'all that don't know, my phone still come up and say Sprint. Mine don't say T-Mobile.
Yeah, so do mine. Yeah,
and some people, I don't expect a merger for a long time, and I got a new phone.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's why they want you to change that SD card. Look, so you can get full T-Mobile.
That's cool. I'm all right on the Sprint side of things because when I call and pay my bill, Sprint still answer the phone. Thank you for calling T-Mobile. Thank you for calling Sprint now with T-Mobile. Because if they don't say that, I hangs up. So I get me a Sprint representative.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like Sprint.
As long as you call before 6 o'clock, you can get somebody that you understand.
Oh, stop it. Cut it out.
Seriously, because I hate calling at night.
And guess what? They the only ones that you can make an arrangement on their arrangements. But just so that y'all know, all these people out here with these pandemic problems is about to come to an end. Because listen, you can make an arrangement on the arrangement. They don't pay, you ain't got to pay a bill. You ain't got to do nothing. You know why? Because the government ain't paying it. They want their money, but you ain't getting it. You keep giving us this PUA money. Negroes is out buying here PUA guns without no PUA bullets. Bitches is buying 38 inches of hair and ain't got 38 inches worth of glue. And it looks a hot mess. And listen, watch. No, I can't pay my car note this month. No, I got left off and with this PUA, with this going back and forth. Let me speak to a supervisor. Supervisor here. Well, when do you think I can pay? Listen, bitch, I put your name in a hat and I drew the name and yours didn't come this month. You got to wait the next month when I draw again. They letting people get away with nothing. But us hardworking people see a shut off notice and we get paranoid wanting to hurry up and pay the bill. They don't care no more.
Yeah. It amazes me. All the trips out, every trip, people going places they never even heard of.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, this bitch talking about I went to Arizona for what? To get an iced tea. They 99 cents at the Poppy store. Go get one.
Mm-hmm.
She going places. They go to Arizona for what? Because that's the only place you can go. I would suggest everybody travel around the United States and go do something. Arizona, they can still ride ATVs and quads and everything. Go out there for the weekend. It costs you $32 round trip. Go do that. Stay in an Airbnb. Enjoy yourself. You'll spend less than $200 for the weekend.
Yeah,
food included.
But make sure your bills is paid first.
Yeah. Why worry about that? When you come back home, you ain't got to pay them anyway. Shit, they ain't charging you nothing for nothing.
Yeah.
So, question. Your side chick or your side dude pass away. Would you go to their service?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
And the family knows about you?
Yeah. Fuck they gonna do that? Yeah, why would
you never know.
Pay homage to my side, dude?
Huh?
Pay homage to my side, dude.
You just gonna
listen, Simply D, you got 150 women. Every time I turn on the internet, let me just say the internet, you always co-hosting with somebody, right? Then they see me from open conversation. They might think that's the side John right there. I'm showing up because I'm gonna need to know who's who. I don't know half them women that you co-host, host, side host, slip host with. I don't know nothing. All of them could be side John as far as I know. So I'ma show up to be newsy. I'm just want to see whichever one screamed the loudest, or the crazy. We can say it on his head, or the crazy bitch that jump in the castle and talking about take me with you. That's the side bitch. That's the side bitch, and I want her to cut it out. No, don't go. Take me with her. I'm gonna push the bitch in and close the lid. Next service. You ain't got to be acting like that because you the side joint. You only do that so that the main chick can figure out who you are. Don't kill me with that. Cut it out. What's the point now? What you gonna argue with him? He dead. He can't even defend himself. Ain't neither one of y'all getting the ding-a-ling, so cut it out. He dead.
Some people break out into a fight because they're like, what are you doing here?
And what are you doing here?
That's-
Same thing
yeah,
you doing. I'm
yeah.
saying bye to the dick. You saying bye to the dick.
Okay.
Bye.
That is true.
You
Mr.
go
Fight
to the
for it.
funeral. You loved him, right? You better go. You better act. If you don't want to be known as the side chick, you better go in there and act like the lady from Good Times who went to everybody's funeral and cried at everybody's funeral. Remember that lady who
Wanda.
died? Ooh, Wanda. You better go in there and act like Wanda.
So that way they don't know who the hell you was the side chick with. They can't
Right.
figure it out. Look,
Right.
do
But
that
if
at
you wanna
everybody's
go-
funeral.
You want to go in there and play boss and get your little twat hot. You better go on in there and show off. Simply DSIMPLY hyphen D. That's my man. Do it.
And afterwards,
Do the whole
get
show.
your head knocked off by the whole family.
Get your head knocked
Because
off.
they figured out who you was. Look.
But now we know who you are. We
Yeah.
got something to say.
Yeah.
Because you know all them times he'll come on the radio and throw one of the deep poems out there and we be trying to figure out who he talking about. Now we know it was you, bitch. Come in.
The crazy.
Yep, we got something to say.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Because you know, it's a woman behind a scorn. Anything Tone say, it's a woman. It might not be current. It could be past. It could have been super past. Listen, it could have been some predicting the future. We now know it's somebody, and she about to get a beat down for some shit she probably ain't never did.
So what's
So
this
yeah,
about-
go to the funeral.
You said, yeah, go to the funeral. Look, well, that was a good answer.
And just make sure I'm there. Somebody, these cell phones, I'm taking both of them bitches out. Record. Because there's always some craziness that goes on at a funeral. Record.
That's
Yeah.
true.
It is.
Absolutely.
I want the one where somebody run up in the back and go, Simply D, that's my daddy. We turn around, this nigga 48 years old. We like, what the? What the?
I might sit up on that one. Like, what?
You said you might jump up. Like, huh?
He said he might jump up. We're going to be like, where you come from? What's
Yeah.
your name? He starts spitting your name out, boy. That's gonna be some shit. Because it's always, I like the weddings when they be like, does anybody have any reason why this couple should not get married? I sit the hell up and hit record.
And you look around waiting to see.
I look around, wait for that crazy one. I look straight at the back door because that bitch knows when to make an entrance. She will walk in. Pew! I'm coming down the aisle. Here she go. She got something to say. Something to say.
No, what's funny is when they say that and somebody cough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Crazy. When they be
Yes.
like they be like, everybody start looking at that person like, like, okay, you got something.
And she be looking like, I can't cough. No.
Not at that
Corona
point.
out here.
The-
You
look,
cannot cough.
look,
with
not at
Corona.
that point. You could have waited till they said kiss the bride or something, then cough.
And then cough. Hold that. You know how to hold a cough
Look, yeah, look, I think that's the one thing in the world that everybody learned how to do is hold the cough and hold the sneeze this past year.
Yes.
Because how many times you've been in the store and you wanted to cough so bad and you just like, and you try to fake it with a laugh, like
Yeah.
look.
You look at something stupid. Look at that little baby washcloth. You be like, no.
Yeah,
No,
everybody that know the
no.
deal, you like, no, don't even try it, bro. Look, don't even
Li-
try it.
Listen, one thing another person they done learned too this year too is how not to blow out candles off cakes.
Yeah,
Who-
yeah,
You go
yeah.
to blow that sucker, that cake is yours and yours alone.
It was alone.
Yo, that's
Don't
that.
get none of that.
I think that's been nasty anyway. You seen people blow candles out and spit and stuff coming out. You like, you want some cake? Nah, I'm good.
I'm good.
I stop eating sweets. Look,
Yeah.
I take some, he said I
Mark
stop
said,
eating
I
sweets,
stop eating sweets.
but I take some ice cream though.
Yeah. Baby ain't had his hands in that, did he? No. All right. Well, I'll take some of that.
Oh, the baby parties is the worst. When they slob, they actually slobber while they blow the candles out.
Oh, Jesus.
I think that's why people start getting smaller cakes that they put the candle on. Then they had a big cake.
No, that's why they kept was giving them cupcakes. Here, you do whatever you want to this cupcake. And this big old cake. Yeah. But why we didn't know that was nasty before Corona?
Yeah, how about that?
We learned.
Why
a
did
lot.
Corona make us know that that was nasty?
Look, we learned a lot since Corona. Look,
Yeah. Shit, we
That's-
should have known years ago.
yeah, yeah.
Slobbering on cakes.
I just
Yeah.
want to see, do
How about that?
people still roll weed and spit on the weed and they still smoke?
Yes, they do.
Do they?
And put it in their mouth
They
and
just,
then and pass it to the next nigga to light it up.
and then what they say that the fire kills the germs or something,
The
right?
fire kills the germs. Yep, you right.
Yeah,
It
okay.
kills, yep, it kills your germs for you, not your germs for me.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah.
I never understood that one. Look, I never understood that one.
Me either. Or when they pass the
And
bottle
you
around.
never will.
Oh, passing the 40 around? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I never
Yeah.
did. Never.
Backwash
Yeah.
for Corona. No, I guess we were uppity dudes because we always had
Backwash,
look, we always had cups.
yeah. And then,
Exactly.
listen, not Mad Dog 2020 days.
No, that too. Look, we
Yeah.
always had cups. Ain't
We
nobody
had
play
cups.
that game.
We didn't do that.
I remember one time.
We turned up.
Right? You know a story I'm gonna talk about when we all went.
Got
and
ice cream.
we got this. This is how uppity. This is how you can tell you uppity. When you got bottles out, right? You out in the projects where we was at, chilling, right? Mad Dog, Peach Snot. Somebody decides to go pull out ice cream. Now, what boys you know that sit on the corner with ice cream, pour the peach snot or something in the vanilla ice cream, and everybody got ice cream, getting drunk off ice cream. Guess who I did that was? Look,
Who
you
bubble
froze.
guts was that?
You froze, Dart, and you froze making a face too. You should have saw that. Look, that was Mr.
Yep.
Listen, Simply D froze on my end too. Whose bubble gut idea was that?
It was mine, and we all had our spoon, and we got our dipped our own ice cream out.
Yeah. Then we after getting intoxicated, we ran basketball. Why did we do that? You know them hands.
A bunch of drunk.
After you go to shoot and you hit the ground, and you slide across and you got hands free. I think everybody had that. Look, don't ask me what we was thinking about that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the interesting things of being younger, living life and younger. So I got a segment that I want to start bringing to open conversation that I wanted to do at 7:30. It's called I Miss. You muted, Dark. It's called I Miss. Name 5 things that you miss, a throwback that you miss, that you would like, that you basically, it could be as a child or as a young adult or whatever, that you miss, that you would like to see return, that you miss being young.
Yeah, that's wild.
House parties. I miss
Back
house
in the
parties.
day.
House.
Drive-ins.
You think they're gonna bring drive-ins back?
Absolutely.
I
They
know
should.
it's in New
Absolutely.
Jersey, but you
They
think
should.
that
They doing comedy shows it came back as driving. But for all of y'all, the time check this is now 7:30. You are listening to Sador Presents an open conversation. Tune into us on Thursdays. We're going every other Thursday. We're gonna go every Thursday. Whatever, whenever. It's gonna be open conversation. It's gonna be us. We here. So once again, tune into Sador Presents an open conversation. Time check, 7:30.
When everybody and when your neighborhood was a neighborhood and everybody looked out for everybody who lived in that neighborhood, no kids were getting shot up and killed when they was outside playing. I wish we could go back to a time like that. That's 3. What else? I don't know. What you got, Dark? I got 3.
3 what? Give me a question.
5 things that you missed as far as a throwback. What's the 5 things you missed? It could be as
when kids used to shovel other kids, when neighbors used to shovel neighbors' snow.
Mm.
We do that.
I miss taking brown bag lunches to school or to anywhere. Like it's hip to go to work and be like, yo, y'all ordering? All right, order me something. It ain't cool to pull out your brown bag lunch and eat your lunch from the day before. That just ain't cool. I miss that. I miss using an iron on a daily basis.
Yeah, that's the Iron King right there. I learned a lot from watching him, Iron, going over next door with the wet rag on the pants and creases and all that. I learned a lot from that guy right there. See, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Let me say this real quick. It's amazing how certain things back in the day that you grasp and remember as an adult. Like I just said about watching Simply D iron his pants and being like really thorough with it with the wet rag and different things like that. It's like I learned that from just watching him.
What does Simply D do with the rag? Because now I'm curious.
You lay it on top of the pants, and like if you didn't have spray starch or whatever, that was to help with the steam and increase the pants, get the wrinkles
Oh
out.
wow! Hey, you just taught me something.
Yeah, that's yeah. I remember those days in Abbotsford Housing Authority, watching certain things happen like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and I miss going to the beauty salon. Now people doing hair in their kitchen, the bathroom, the basement, barbershops. Y'all still go wherever, or Ray tell you come in this bathroom and sit on the toilet, let them cut your hair.
Well, that's a throwback. That's just taking it back. It amazes me how certain things that's happening we've done is just rewinded now.
Mm-hmm. I miss family sitting down to dinner and eating together as one.
Yo, this year Thanksgiving was crazy, where we had Thanksgiving by Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do we. Look.
That was the weirdest ever.
Yeah. Thanksgiving and around Christmas, I had family Zoom together because I knew everybody would be home. Not that I celebrated, but I'm like, damn, this is a good time to have a Zoom because nobody can say they're at work because usually everybody's off,
Yeah.
Right.
So that was a good opportunity for us to get the family together and, just see each other. We had a ball though.
Mm-hmm.
Childbirth.
And even if you don't celebrate it, we used to get in the car as a family and go around and check out neighborhoods, how they decorated for Christmas.
Hell, with that, trick or treat.
Yeah, trick or treating.
Now people just ride by and throw the fucking candy at your window. If it make it in the car, it's in it. If it don't, it don't.
Yeah, so those were my 5 things.
Yeah, I miss it.
What else you got, Dark?
I actually miss church. Like, how do you do it with Jumar?
Far as well, most of the time because of we get on Facebook because they go live from the masjid. So every Friday we go on and we listen, and then we perform our prayer anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, so we still on. It's like, all right, it's almost Jumar time, so we all shut everything down, jump on the laptop or the phones.
So is Ramadan gonna be different this year?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Not really, because we usually together anyway. We celebrate it together. We do things together. I think it's going to be different more so far as, afterwards or maybe before going to the masjid, because I just don't feel comfortable right now, going to the masjid. That's just my personal view on things.
Feelings. I miss kids going to school.
That I miss.
At some point, I want them to leave the house for 8 hours
Yeah.
and come back.
I think that a lot of people have a lot more respect for teachers.
Yes, absolutely.
We respect them before, but we definitely recognize how much
Shit,
respect.
we hated them before. Now we love the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Every teacher getting a gift.
That's what I was going to say. They're going to have a whole lot of gifts and stuff like that, I think, now.
Indeed.
But my thing is,
Indeed.
even after all this is over, say, and things, it's never going to be normal again. I think there's going to be a mental change when it comes to everything.
Yeah.
Like, even if, say, everything is back to normal, somebody sneeze, you always going to remember this whole.
Stop sneezing. Why you sneezing? You got COVID?
Yeah. Now it's gonna be like, did you get that vaccine? Did you hold up? Is that a new? It's like it's always gonna be something now.
Remember they used to call it the VIG, then it was the 19, then it was the 18. Now this now it's the COVID. It's a name for everything. Listen, it's the COVID.
Yeah. So, it's definitely gonna be interesting, this whole change and everything. And like I always tell everybody, I definitely wish everybody the best, to stay safe. And I feel for everybody that's been going through it this past year and a half, I'll say. I even give it an extra couple months because it's just rough. It's rough out here. It's definitely
I feel sorry for people that have lost family members by natural causes, but have no other thing to blame but COVID.
Yeah. This is the go-to sickness now.
My cousin woke up one and she said, "Was nothing wrong with my mom?" I said, "Y'all doing an autopsy?" She was like, "No, there's nothing wrong with her mother." And they just woke up and she was gone. Here today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
And as always, I tell people, please get your affairs in order, because it didn't do nothing but tear up what was left of that family.
I'm sure.
Yeah, life insurance, life policies, all that type stuff. Wills is very important to do. Very important.
We need to have a show and talk about living wills.
Let's get somebody that specializes in it. Next show we get. I think, matter of fact, we were supposed to do that.
Yeah.
We supposed to do that. Let's get somebody. If anybody out there that's watching that knows someone that deals with wills, please reach out to me, 215-909-6070. You can call me directly and we can schedule them to come on. Life insurance, wills. Say it again.
Who's the next of kin? My cousin is the oldest, but because she didn't bear the last name, the next daughter thought she was the next of kin, but the husband was already deceased. So she's the oldest daughter. So she was the next of kin. She had no say-so in nothing.
That's interesting.
They didn't even sit with them at the funeral.
Wow.
It was harsh. So people need to get their affairs in order.
Yeah, definitely.
They say it now.
That's crazy.
Because the grandkids made all the decisions, and they shouldn't have been making no decision at all.
They made decisions over who?
Over their grandmother when she had 4 adult kids. 4 adult kids. The grandkids was making the decision.
You know what? I'm gonna put that out there to try to find. I'm gonna find somebody. See, man, y'all talking about get this thing. My man talking about visiting and all that. Look, I just read the text message on the group, Joe. That's all. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, look, I don't need no help with that. That's why I got look.
What did he say?
On the group text.
Let me say this too. I am I'm doing a for women and men, but the first class is going to be for women. Women who are concealed carry or want to know self-defense. As a woman myself, who's licensed to carry and owns a firearm, I want to see myself in a real life situation and be able to protect myself. So on the 21st of February at a location I'm not letting people know just yet, hit me up, Corny and Cocky, or send Mark 5 or simply DM a message and said, put me in touch with Ms. Darkchild. It's a woman's only class first. The first class, you don't have to come with a firearm. It is about questions and answering. So like for me, when I went into the store, the man that sold me, I'm very happy with my firearm, but I don't think it was right for me. He sold me what he wanted to sell me.
You're breaking up.
This class we're gonna have this. Okay, I'm moving. Let women see them, hold them, touch them, feel them, and understand them. Question and answer. If you're right-handed and something happens to your right hand, he gonna show you how to load from your left hand.
All right, say that
So
again.
there is a message on my Facebook.
Right, say it again.
Which part?
From the beginning, because I'm live on Instagram. I want to make sure that people know you're having a.
So if you
wait a minute, I'll get it off the video.
Self-defense concealed carry class. Am I still breaking up?
No, you good. Because I'm watching.
All right, concealed carry class.
So go ahead.
But if as a woman, I don't want you to have a firearm and not be prepared to use it. A lot of women still keep their firearms in their pocketbook. If somebody walks up to you and steal your pocketbook, you have no way to defend yourself. Not only we're going to just teach you how to shoot, because we're taking you to a range out in Maryland for 3 hours of shooting and in personal class, but here in Philadelphia, we're going to put you in a situation where you coming from the market and you carrying your bags and somebody, y'all see what they did to the 83-year-old woman who was putting her groceries away. Y'all see what's been happening out here. So I said, I need a self-defense class. I don't want to just learn how to shoot. This gentleman who's going to be the instructor, he going to tell you, hit the pinky toe. You're going to know how to hit the pinky toe when he finished training you. But the very first class is about questions and answering. Women have a lot of questions. Why should I get a revolver? Why should I get a 9mm? Why should I get a Glock? What's the hand grip? What are sights for? What is this for? I have more questions now that I own a firearm, and this ain't my first go around, than I had before. So we're having 2 question and answering sessions. Then he'll help each and every individual woman purchase a firearm. And then we're going to all go out to a range and shoot for 3 hours for that day.
That's nice.
So, and that's just for women. And women that don't want to learn about firearms, come and learn so that if someone walks up on you with a firearm, you know how to get out of your situation from getting yourself shot.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then after I do that class, then I'll let the men, because I've had about 38 men respond and says, well, what about the men? And so I got them on the second class. So if you want to learn self-defense, and we're not talking about the white girl self-defense, to blow the whistle, to scream, to make noise, to run, to how to really get yourself out of a bad situation.
Right.
It's there. And a lot of it came from one of my female friends who wears the Kemars and the long, what you call them, are overgarments.
Oh, yeah.
The overgarments caused her to fall and got a pocketbook taken. But there's a technique for women who walk and how they should walk with their overgarment in case something happens from behind.
Right.
So how do you get out of not falling? How do you get out of that situation? So it's a lot of, he's a very good instructor. So if anybody is interested in the class, I'm breaking the payments up. Right now, the classes go from 125 to 150. That's the going rate. Just go out there and Google that yourself. And that's only one day at the range. This is 2 classes, a day at a range, and personal services. I'm breaking it up for 3 payments. So by the time you go to make your 3rd payment, we should be going to, it'll be paying for the range fee. So it may end up being 175.
Right.
And you get a free t-shirt.
Cool.
So anybody interested, let me know, man or woman, and he will do men on the side. I suggest, even if you're not licensed to carry, you want to buy a firearm to protect your home, please, by all means, take this man's class.
Sound good. Simply D, what you have?
Sounds good. Not until not this Saturday, the following Saturday, when Be Mindful will be back at you live. Still structuring the show, so I'm not sure just what we're going to be talking about just yet, but it's coming. Not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, 10 a.m. on Shador Radio. Be Mindful in the morning.
Cool. On that note, we're going to end early, but we're going to play some music the rest of the show. We got, almost 10 minutes left for the show. I appreciate everybody jumping on. Mr. Fastlane jumped off because, he has things to do, so he usually stays with us for the first hour and a half. So again, I want to thank Mr. Fastlane, Ms. Darkchild, Simply D for jumping on. We're going to see y'all the next show, not next Thursday, but the following Thursday here on Shador Presents Open Conversation. We're going to try to get that show together. I want to put that together for the next show as far as that life insurance. If we can get somebody, get a guest, start getting guests back on here to talk about life insurance and how to go about it as far as next of kin and all that good stuff. All right.
Gotcha.
All right, y'all. So everybody have a great night. Be safe, stay positive, and Happy New Year again. Just the first
Again.
2021. Everybody have a great night.
Peace out.
Peace.
Peace and blessings.
Peace.